Good evening and welcome to ATL Art Studio. In this video, I'm going to be continuing the drawing of Lionel Messi. Let's get started. Okay, if you're excited for the stream, go ahead and drop a like. And let's get started. Alright, let me just set up a few more things here. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna just show what we're going to be using today. The art supplies I'm going to be using. Let me put this down. We've got some Faber-Castell 9000 edition graphite pencils. Be using quite a couple of them, as you can see. Pencil extender. I've also got this I forget what it's called, I'll get to that in a minute. Sandpaper, blending stumps, and tortillons, some jelly roll pens, eraser, and then a couple of extra things here, which I've just received. Oh. This, let me get this in focus. This is a Mono Zero eraser. This is from Tombow. This is very good. As you can see, it is made for making very small and detailed details. It's made for making details, and it's good for drawing hair, and I'm going to be using that today. Let me just close this. There you go. As well as a brush and a kneadable eraser. This is also from Faber-Castell. All of the products in this video are linked down in the description with affiliate links, so if you want to buy anything here that I use, it'll be down in the description. This is a value chart or value bar. This I'm going to be using to determine what different grades of pencils I should use on certain parts in the drawing. Here is our reference. There you go, that's our reference. And I'm going to be drawing today this part of the face, like this part of the eye, and just about right there. That should take roughly half an hour. Alright, so this right here, I'll be drawing that, and let's get started. The full tutorial version and time-lapse versions of this drawing will be available on my channel at some time. So if you don't want to miss those, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Alright, so let's start off. Let me see what I'm going to use. So for the eye, I'm going to be using an 8B pencil. Take a look. Here you go. And I forgot to get my sharpener. I'll be back with that in a second. Alright, I just sharpened this. And let's get started. So, I don't know if you can see good here. Yep, this is good. Alright, there you go. Just take care of a couple things real quick. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to start off by drawing the eye. I'm just going to make the outline of around the iris, I think it's called, just darker, and then I'm going to shade it in with the 8B pencil. I did leave this square right there. I guess you can see that. I hope you can see that right there, where the highlights will be for the reflection of the eye. I'm going to be shading in a very, like, with small scribbles and layering it. I think that's about good. Let me see. So this is good. Now here I'm going to be using the Mono Zero eraser. This is, I think, 2.3 millimeters thick. it's a rounded tip. You can sand it down and adjust the tip to whatever you like, which is why I really like this tool. Alright, there you go. Now let me grab a small tortillon. I'm gonna try to blend that in. Go ahead and comment if the music is a little bit too loud. If it is, I'll lower it. Just gotta make sure everything's running well, you know. Alright, so now I'm just using the mono-zero eraser here to add some, to makes the highlights of the eye. Just like that. There you go. There you go. Alright, so it should be about done with that. Now let me take a look. So around the crevice of the eyelids here, there's this much darker part. Which will be 8B. And then maybe a 6 or 5B around this part of the shadow of the eye. And what I'm supposing is his eyebrow, it will be maybe 5B as well. So I'm gonna grab a couple of pencils here, 5B, and 8B. So got the 8B here, and 5B. Let me see if I can find that. We got 6B, 5B. Remember that all the links to all of these products that I'm using are down in the description. So if you ever want to buy any of them, you could go ahead and do that from the links down in the description. Alright, so let me take a look. Let's start off with the eyebrow here. So we cover the outer parts first. I'm shading in a very small, controlled, scribbled kind of motion, and if I don't make it layered, it's usually going to have some darker lines and shades in it. And if you want to learn the basics to shading, tomorrow I think I'm going to post a video on how to shade, the basics to shading. So if you want to watch that, go ahead, subscribe so you don't miss that video. And be sure to turn on post notifications so you get notified for my latest uploads. Alright, so I'm going to take this tortillon and blend around that area. Let me just take, I'm going to use the kneaded eraser to kind of lighten up the area. Just tap on the shade very lightly so it doesn't take too much off. There you go. Alright, so let me see this. I'm gonna use the mono-zero eraser again to just mold out certain highlights where the eyebrow is. Let me see this. So now I'm going to take the 5B. Well, actually, let me take a 3B pencil instead. It's right here. And I'm going to shade this upper area right here, and I'm going to try to create like a... Well, this has got to look a bit more 3D here. where this little part comes out, where his eyelid is. So, real quick pro tip, something you could do to make a shade a bit smoother is to shade in one direction and then to shade in the opposite direction or diagonally to that. You could do that once or twice and it'll come out looking really nice and smooth, and it'll be much more easy to blend. So that's a pretty nice advantage there. Just gonna blend that using the tortillon into the upper parts of the forehead here. I'm blending in circular motion as well, so the lead doesn't get pushed all around the drawings and it all blends into the paper instead of being pushed into a specific area. Just gonna take a moment to clean the blending stump. Well, this is a tortillon, but oh, this one's breaking. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to take the Tombow Mono Zero eraser again, and I'm going to just add a couple details and highlights here to kind of get more of the shape that I want here. Now for this part here, so I think I've completed that. I think I finished that part. Alright. I'm gonna just make it a bit darker down here, more toward the front of the eyelid. There you go, something like that. Alright, so let me see this. Let me check this. So I'm gonna take my... Well, let's clear up the area real quick. Put this right here. I'm gonna take this mechanical pencil. This is a 2010 Faber-Castell mechanical pencil. This is really nice because it's got this cap here, which also acts as the button. And it's also got a eraser on the back, which isn't something you see a lot with mechanical... I'm sorry, never mind, you do. I mean, this one you could extend, which is something you don't generally see on mechanical pencils. And I did forget to mention, this video is not sponsored, in case you think it is, because I'm showing all these products here, but it's not. So if you're enjoying the video so far and want to support my channel, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And feel free to put in the comment section where you're watching from, if you're watching this live or on the replay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of redo the outline around this part, the eye. Kind of like that. Let me see this. this is looking a bit weird right now. Let me use the mono-zero eraser to clear things up a bit. And I'm going to use the kneadable eraser to lighten up the outline so it's not very visible, because real life doesn't have outlines. So you have to use the shading to bring the depth and the shape to whatever you're drawing. Alright, I'm just going to use this for light and controlled shading. I'm going to grab my 8B pencil, which is right here. There you go. Alright, so this part's a little bit more tricky because I'm trying to see what... let me see this. Alright, I think I got the outline right now. Now, I don't use a grid method to do my outlines. I freehandedly draw out the outlines, so I'm kind of constantly perfecting it. I've never used a grid method to do the outlines, mostly because I'm very good at just doing it freehandedly. So before I get to this part in the eye here, actually, let me show you the reference. This part right here around the eye, and here in this part right there, and then underneath the eye it gets a little bit darker. I'm thinking of using maybe a H pencil, or maybe HB, or HB and 2B or B. Let me check. I'll use 2H and like put away all these other pencils. Alright, so I'll use 2H and B. I'll use both those. Let's see if I can find it. I can't seem to find the B pencil. In fact, oh, here it is. My reference is turning off. Computer is at least. Alright, there you go. Alright, so I'm going to start off using the 2H pencil. Let me see this. Yeah, this 2H. To just shade around this part here. I usually like to use this pencil extender to keep my hand away from the drawing so I don't smudge it accidentally or accidentally blend stuff on the drawing. It works really well for that. it's also very good for getting a light and controlled shade and shading with the pencil's weight. What I mean by shading with the pencil's weight is, give me a moment. What I mean by shading with the pencil's weight is just the pencil's weight, just putting it down and then moving it back and forth and not pressing down or anything like that. Alright, I'm going to use the B pencil now to create some depth and add different values in this. There you go, that's about good. Let's see, a blending stump. Clean this. Just changing out camera batteries. Alright, let's continue blending this. I'm going to be blending in circular motion here because, well, here as well, at least because it helps blend it much better. Alright. That's about good. Alright, so I'm just going to I'm not going to shade down here anymore. I'm just going to use what's left on this blending stump, as you see, to kind of blend down that area. Alright, there we go, that's about done. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the eye part again, because I want to complete that part. Before I grab the new pencils I'll be using, I'm going to just shade this part right here with a B pencil, because it's supposed to be a bit darker here, but it's not supposed to be, like, really dark. And I'm gonna create some depth by give me a moment. I'm gonna create some depth in this small little part right here by starting off dark, closer to where the nose cuts off, because there's obviously shadow down there. So it starts off dark, goes off much lighter. And I'm just gonna pretty much do that same thing, creating different values in different areas throughout most of this area. I'm going to take I'm going to use brushes. My brush. I'm just going to bridge and blend. So basically, visually using a brush makes the blend look very smooth, and it's generally looks much better than the like some price. So I would take up my very just going to place around here. See after Alright, so I'm going to take my mouse here, place, and we're going to put some just add some details here. It was so highlighted because the lights come from here. Yes. So most likely in this part. Generally below onto the drum to the buffet makes the first third that's sort lighter raising because when something paint like black smash the drum on it. Alright, so I'm just going to continue. So because use my eraser. Right. I just create like that. Just flatten. Just like that. That's about it. I'm gonna take a jelly pen. Okay, pen. Check on you. Look. Use play pen on you. This is down in section one. So I'm gonna take a pencil. I'm going to use this B pencil to create a few darker shades here, right underneath the eyelid. This part kind of, this shadow right here. Alright, there you go. I'm going to use this brush again. Or better off, I'm going to use the Tortillion again so I can get a bit more precise shading, blending on this. There you go, that's about good. That's perfect. I am just going to lighten up this area using the eraser here. Alright, so let's clean up some stuff real quick. Put this in there. Not gonna need that. Keep this here. That there. Put this back there. Put this back there. Eraser there. I'm not gonna use this. Alright, so now I'm gonna be using a highlight pen. Oh no. It just fell apart. That was weird. Alright then. Alright, so for this part, I'm going to kind of draw very small dots in here to create this like reflection, these reflections off of the skin. And if you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and leave a like, and please consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this, more of my streams, and most importantly, part 2 of this series of drawing Lionel Messi. So I'm just going to kind of make a outline with the dots of where my highlights are going to be. Alright, I'm going to test out something real quick to possibly speed up the process. Let's see if this works. No, that's not going to work. Alright, I'm not going to do it. Now, to not just create like a big wall of highlights right here on the cheek here, I'm going to be well, like on the borders of around where the area is, it's gonna start getting smaller and smaller, the dots, so it kind of like fades away into the rest of the skin. There you go, like that. That's about good. That looks good. Alright. And I'm going to use the Mono Zero Eraser again, just to add some more little highlights and details in the most highlighted areas. There goes my reference again. Alright. Back up here. So, alright. So, now I'm going to be drawing this part right here. Oops, what's going on? Alright, this part up here, right underneath the eyebrow, there's this dark, very dark shadow, and then where on the eyeball, there's also another shadow there. So I'm gonna be kind of covering that part. Thank you, Sylvia Lombardi, for the comments. Glad you like the what I'm doing here. Alright, so I'm going to, well, let me see, I'm gonna need a really light shade on this. Maybe I'll use I'll use an H pencil. Not crazy light either, but I'll use an H pencil. Alright. Let me just shade over this real quick. Alright, good. So now I'm just gonna kind of make the eyeball to kind of fade into this part there. I am going to be shading in circular motion here, just to get a very smooth and controlled shade on the eyeball here, because I don't want to mess up that part. And on the other side as well. There you go. Alright. Now, there's this part right here, which goes right through the eyeball, and it's a shadow. And let me see how dark the shadow is. To be. Alright, let Let me see if I can get this, or if I can find this. Get this out of the way. Remember that all of the products that I'm using in this video are down in the description. If you'd ever like to buy them, you can buy them from the affiliate links down in the description. 3B, I can't seem to find it. F, 2H, B, 8B, H. If not, I'm just going to use a B pencil. Nope, I can't find it. I don't know if it's in here or not. But I guess we're using B. Alright. So this is about halfway into the eye, just a little less than halfway, like about right here, and dives down. About like this. Yeah, this doesn't look right. Let me see if I can fix this. Maybe blending it, make it look a bit more natural as a shadow. Yeah, that kind of worked. Let me just perfect this with the Mono Zero eraser. Yeah, I think I made it a little bit too much down, so I'm gonna have to bring that more up. And also, I'm gonna kind of try to blend it into the rest of the eyeball. There you go, that looks a bit better. There you go. Alright, there you go. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now this part on the top, we're going to use the 8B because this part is relatively very dark. So I'm just going to map out where I'm going to do this because usually darker pencils are much harder to shade. Okay, yeah, I did something here. Off. I'm going to use circular motion for this part as well, so I could do this carefully and controllably. And don't mess up. And remember that the both the tutorial version of this video and the time-lapse versions will both be available on my channel at one point in time, but they will be. And if you don't want to miss those, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss the video. Let me see if I could get this thing to blend. And then I'm going to draw on top of it again to add an extra darker layer. Okay, that looks really bad. Yeah, I did. Alright, I think I see what I gotta fix. Get rid of this. I'm gonna fix all this using the mono zero eraser. Yeah, this is what's inside the mono zero eraser, which looks pretty interesting. There you go. Alright, perfect. Alright, so fix that, and the this is not centered at all, the iris in the eye. I've got a one, first of all, the highlights are not high enough, so we got that. This is why I love a mono zero eraser. This is like the perfect tool for perfecting things, adding little details, drawing hair, correcting small areas, and it's just a very good tool to have. My outlines going out. I mean, my reference is going out again. Alright. If you're an artist and you do not have a mono zero eraser, you are missing out on quite a bit. Alright, this mechanical pencil has a B gray lead in it. What I really like about this mechanical pencil is you could swap out the lead for different grades. So you could buy 8B. It comes in a little tube of 8B lead. You could just change that by pulling this apart and adding that in there. It's very nice mechanical pencil. Alright, so this is looking much better to the reference right now. I am going to have to perfect some things and shade in some parts. Start out, I'm going to do that mostly just by re-blending it in with the pretty dirty tip of the tortillon, so I don't have to start shading all that part again. Alright, there's something off about this. I think this top... Oh no. Accidentally drew up here. There you go. Alright, so I think this top part here in the eyebrow is not dark enough, at least toward where the eye is. So I'm gonna just darken that up with the 8B pencil. Then we're gonna check our reference. By the way, if you want to try to draw this, you could... I've got the reference photo to this drawing. The image that I've got the reference photo in my community tab on my channel, so if you want the reference, you could go ahead and check that out there. Sorry, I forgot what that was called for a minute. So here we go. So just fix this part. This a little bit off, actually. And once again, I'm gonna use the mono zero eraser to fix up this. There you go. That's good. Just touch this up. Oh, now I did something wrong. Perfect. Alright, I think now it looks much better. I am going to have to kind of make this part here fade into the rest of the skin so it doesn't look like a big blob of darkness in the middle of his face. Gonna take the kneadable eraser and just touch up this part, lighten it up a bit. Let me just show you how this looks right now. That's the top view. Very nice. It's coming out pretty good. There are some things I gotta fix in the proportions, clearly. But, looking pretty good. There we go. I'm just going to continue adding some more details with the mono-zero eraser into the eye, at least around it and in that area. I'm going to take a B pencil again, or actually let me get lighter than that. 2B. And I'm going to just add some more shades down here. Just going to realign where this shadow is so I get this correct here and the proportions don't look off. Just looking back and forth to this and seeing if it looks right. We're on point right now. It's looking good. Looking very good, actually. I think this is like the second portrait I've ever drawn. So, not bad. Alright, 55 minutes, 55 seconds into our live stream. We're going to end at 1 hour as we complete this right half of the top section of his face, and then part 2 will be more toward bottom where the mouth is, and of course so on and so forth. His beard, neck, and then the shirt. I'm going to take my mechanical pencil and I'm going to add some details, very sharp and small details around the eye area. change the camera angle here real quick. I think I need to extend the size of the pupil here real quick. And darken it a little bit more as well. I think that looks good. Alright, let me lighten some things up. I'm going to lighten some things up here with the kneadable eraser. That's about good. There you go. I'm trying to see if I got these proportions correct, because this eye seems to be smaller. The right eye seems to be a bit smaller than the left, yet the right is supposed to be bigger, slightly bigger than the left. So, yeah. So I'm gonna just maybe fix that a bit. Yeah, I think it needs to be extended to the right a bit more, like over here. They go like that there. That looks a bit better. Get the whole setup in view. Thank you, Sophia Sanchez. Glad you're enjoying the content and the drawing. Just redo some highlights here with the highlight pen. Alright, we have now crossed the 1 hour mark, and I'd say we're about done here. Just need to perfect this part right here, where the eyebrow is. That's about it. Pretty quick. I'm gonna just use the kneadable eraser to adjust some dimensions or some areas here. And I'm gonna add a bit more shadows and details using the dirty blending sump, or tortillion. This is a tortillion. That's another pretty cool use of tortillions, that you could use them to draw, which is a pretty nice technique. There you go, and I'd say we're about done. I think it's looking pretty good. I do have to just adjust this part right here, though. Oh, there you go. That looks good. Just compare that to the reference real quick. Almost identical, which is good. Alright, let me just turn these lights. There you go. Keep hitting everything here. Alright, so this video is about over. And yeah. Yep, we're done. Let me stop these cameras, mic. Hope you've enjoyed this stream and this video, whether you were watching live or the replay. Hope you have enjoyed. Comment if you enjoyed this video, and if you have, hit the like button, and please consider subscribing so you don't miss part 2 of this series. And yeah, I'll see you in the next stream in part 2 and other videos. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.